Hello YouTubers, it is March 15th, 2011. It's time for us in Quebec to start changing our winter tires back to all-season tires or summer tires. Because in Quebec we have a law that states that it's mandatory to have winter tires from December 15th to March 15th. So you either can go to a dealership and wait in line. Because of this law, most of this, mechanics and dealers, they're quite busy this time of year. Even early December, they're quite busy. So it's pretty hard to find a place to change your tires. So I decided to just do it myself. I've been doing it myself for the last couple of years now. It's pretty easy. It probably takes as much time to do it myself than to actually drive to the dealer to have it done, you know. So anyways, I'm just gonna show you the steps involved in changing your tires when they're already mounted on the rim. So those are my winter tires over there, and these are my summer mags. They're a little dirty now, but I'm gonna have my car cleaned, so it'll be nice and shiny. So I'm gonna go step by step, and you guys could follow me. And it's quite simple though. But I'll give you some pointers, if you're having trouble. First thing you do, you pick which tire goes where. Usually, if you have some worn tires, the better tires should go in the back because the rear stability of the car is probably more important, than the front grip that you have. So my car is pretty old. It has 70,000 kilometers on it, and the summer tires are almost gone. So this is probably the last season I'm putting them on. So I'm putting the better tires in the back. Okay, okay. So once you choose, you just place the tires next to the thing. So I'm changing this tire with that tire. Just put them around, you know. If you live in the city, you could probably do this on the streets too, you know. So if you don't have a garage like I do, you know. Okay. To do this, so first thing you do is you're probably good to have one of these. You could also have an impact gun, but it's a little it's quite difficult to use. This is much easier to use than impact gun. Impact gun, you could over tighten it and set the impacts to too much torque, and you could strip the bolts and stuff. So for most beginners, I would suggest one of these things, these wrenches. I don't know what they're called technically. I'm not a mechanic, but pretty. And the second thing you need is not a chainsaw, you need a hydraulic jack. So for most compact cars, a 2-ton jack would probably be sufficient. But if you want to spend the money, you could buy a bigger jack. If you have a bigger car like an SUV or something. So here's jack. So these are the only 2 tools you need. You could also use bricks or things to put under other tires when you're lifting the car up. So you just put a brick here. Okay, step 1. You loosen up the bolts. So you just loosen them up a little bit. All the you should go in a cross manner. That's the ideal way to do it. The bolts are actually called lug nuts. So after they're loose, you fit. So after your lug nuts are loose, you find it. Yeah. You find a position where you put the jack. Most cars have it already like marked on the frame. Make sure your hydraulic jack is sealed, and then you jack it. You could also like put your handbrake on, and you should put the brake things on all 4 tires, like that as I showed you previously. So you see it's clear. Step 3. You can undo all the bolts. Also move the camera so it doesn't get injured. So once you have all 4 bolts, put them to the side. Lug nuts, lug nuts. Put them to the side. This one has remove the hubcap, and then take it up and just put it to the side. So the next step is that you have to actually just install the tire. Like I have different lug nuts for my Max, because lug nuts that came with the car with the hubcaps have this plastic washer thing. These are just chrome and a little longer. It's really easy. Just line up the bolts. You'll have to lift it on top. So once it's on like that, you just take one nut at a time. So I was just saying, once it's on, you just take one nut at a time. You can actually put it in your tool frame. So put the lug nut and just tighten it. So again, yeah, you should put the bolts in a diagonal pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Or any combination of that. So once you have all 4 of them served or tightened, or like installed, not really tightened. So don't tighten them too much. You could lower the car. You just take it from the jack and you slowly release the hydraulic pressure. Slowly release the hydraulic pressure. Last step is you tighten the bolts, as I showed you previously. So I'm just going to do the same thing for all 4 tires. Like I've done one, right, as you see right there. So I'm going to do it for this tire and all the other 2 tires on the other side. Okay, and one thing I need to talk to you about is some tires are unidirectional. So like the thread, it has a certain direction to it. So they can only be rotated on one side of the car. So it usually says what side you have to the tire goes on. So as you see in this one, it's these are Toyo G02 Plus. Look, as you see here, it says left. So you could only rotate these tires on the left side of the car. You can't put it on the right side because it's not meant for them to go on the right side of the car. So you just rotate it front to back. So next year, the tire over there that I got changed in the front will go in the back. So you can just write with some chalk on the tires. Okay, once you've finished changing all 4 tires, 1, 2, 3, 4, you need to check the pressure of each tire. Usually you just use a pressure gauge. I have a couple of them. I can't even find one for some reason. Like my garage is a little bit of a mess right now, so basically you need to check your pressure, and to know what the pressure should be, you always check on the side of your car, your passenger's side, driver's side of your car. So mine has to be around 30 psi. So I did have a bicycle pump that has a pressure gauge on it. So mine, as you see here, is around 30 psi. And you can just adjust it with a pump. You can go to your gas station. So that concludes my video of how to change or like rotate your winter tires when spring comes. So thank you for watching my video. Subscribe if you wanna. I'm not really an automotive mechanic or anything, but I love cars, I love racing, and the least I could do is change my own tires, right?